Master, family and job responsibilities take most of my time. How to progress spiritually? Can you make concession on the 2.5-hour limit?
Family and job responsibilities take most of my time. How to progress spiritually? Can you make concession on the 2.5-hour limit? No. But I can suggest another way. When you take care of your family and take care of your job, think you are not doing it for your sake. You are not even doing it, that your master is doing it. Do it for 2.5 hours. You're done. In fact, great master said, if you do spiritual activity for 2.5 hours and the other activities for 21.5 hours out of every 24, how can you make progress? It's such a little time you're giving, 21.5 hours, other things, sleeping, eating, drinking, whatever you're doing, and 2.5 hours you set apart. It's not balanced at all. The balance is always that you are heavily inclined toward the worldly activities. He said the real way to make progress is to do 21.5 hours of spiritual activity and 2.5 hours where you require your mind to attend to something so concentrated that you have to forget about spiritual activity and do it here. The question was, how can you make 21.5 hours? He explained. He said, what is meditation? He started from there. Is meditation closing your eyes and looking at the watch to complete 2.5 hours, or is it something else? Meditation, when you meditate upon the truth. Meditation is when you meditate upon the Master. Meditation when you meditate upon God. Meditation is when you meditate upon the self inside you. That's meditation. You can meditate any time. Walking, working, you can be meditating on yourself. And if you don't know how to put the attention on yourself, then at least you have been given words to repeat. Those words can be mentally repeated all the time. Most of the time, we are not putting our attention on outside things all the time. According to Great Master's calculation, at that time, nobody actually put so much attention on some intellectual matter requiring so much attention for more than 2.5 hours. The rest was mechanical. Women were cooking in the kitchen, men were working in the fields, they could keep on doing meditation. So if you do meditation like this, the whole day can be covered except perhaps 2.5 hours left out. What about night? You meditate before going to sleep by repeating words. When you repeat words every night before going to sleep, it becomes a habit of the mind. And you can wake up in the middle and find you're still repeating. So you meditate all night. In the morning, wake up, start with the meditation. Even if the actual meditation, what you call meditation, is 5 minutes in the morning and 5 minutes at night, but the rest is made a spiritual activity, you are meditating for 21.5 hours, your life changes and you make progress. So that's how you make progress. If you have a serious job, takes away a lot of your attention and your time, meditate by remembering the Master with love and devotion. The key to growth in spiritual progress, the key is how much love and devotion you can express for your Master. The more you can express, the more progress you will make. Great Master's own Master his name was Baba Jaimal Singh. And he was a disciple of another master living in far away from where he lived. He lived in Punjab in India. Another master lived in Agra in Uttar Pradesh, another state. He was initiated by him, but for some time he was in the military. Even after retirement, he was still living in his own village. They would exchange letters. Letters took a long time to reach in those days. They were probably carried on horseback. Even the mail was carried like that. So he one time wrote a letter to his master. He said, "Beloved Swamiji, my master, I am feeling that I can't be here without seeing you. I'm missing you so much. Something in me is missing so much. Please give me permission to come and see you." because he had to get permission to see the master. Then he waited for a month. After a month or so, a reply came. My beloved son, Jamal Singh, I'm very happy to receive your letter and to find that your soul is roaming around in the higher regions. Jamal Singh said, my soul is not roaming around anywhere. I don't see anything. And maybe this letter is meant for somebody else. So he wrote back to the master. Master, my soul is not roaming around anywhere. I meditate, I see nothing. But I'm missing you. I want to come and see you. That has become so strong that I want to be immediately at your feet. I want to just come. That's what I'm feeling. He sent that second letter. So, after a month, another reply comes. My beloved son, Jamal Singh, I'm very happy to receive your second letter and very happy to know that your soul is roaming around in the higher regions. He said, what's going on? This Swamiji wrote, so far as coming to see me is concerned, come in the first weekend of the first month, next month. Armed with these two letters, he goes to Agra and meets Swamiji. Says, Swamiji, you wrote these two letters to me. They are not meant for me. They don't apply to me. I was not roaming around in any other region. I was right here. And all I was feeling was, I was so missing you. I just wanted to be with you. And thank you very much for giving me permission to come. Swamiji said, don't you think those letters were meant for you? Said, no, Swamiji, how can they be meant for me? I didn't have any experience of Khand Brahman you are talking about. Come, let's meditate. So 10, 15 people sitting outside, but these two went inside the hut. And there, for about 15 minutes or half an hour, they meditated and they came out. Then Swamiji asked Jamal Singh, is it true that when I wrote that letter to you, your soul was roaming around in higher regions? Yes, sir. Yes, Master. I am not asking if you saw the higher regions now in meditation. I am asking, was your soul roaming around in the higher regions when I wrote the letters to you? Yes, Master. Then Swamiji turned to the other 10 people sitting there. He says, on this spiritual path, it's not always that the progress that is being made in the ascent inside can be seen inside. It can be seen outside. And one of the signs of it, that you're making progress inside, is the extent of the rag or the missing that you get from a master. If you miss him so much, that is a sign of so much love and devotion for the master. You miss so much, you're making progress inside. Otherwise, you wouldn't be missing like that. You don't have those feelings inside unless you're making progress inside. It is when you go inside, you discover that those feelings were coming because you were making progress inside. Even if you go later on and find that the progress that you were making outside, what looked like outside, was actually also inside. So that's how he explained. He said, Master, why would somebody not see inside and only wait for this feeling of missing? He said, because you are having the inner experiences with blindfolds. Blindfolds have been put on you so you can't see. The reason for that is your karma requires job, obligations, family, other things to be done outside. So you don't miss out on all that and just say, I want to leave the world, I'm getting something inside. To allow your karma to be fulfilled, masters sometimes put a blindfold on you. So although you're making progress, you don't see it. When the blindfold is removed, you see where you were, where you are and when you came. Supposing you put a blindfold on a person, take him to a music hall, he's hearing something and we say we took him to, did you see it? No, I didn't see. Remove the and take him again. Yeah, this is the very place I was in. Other evidence is showing to me that yes, I was there. Same thing happens here. So that is why the spiritual progress cannot only be measured by a visualization of the experience. It can be measured by what's happening to you otherwise. Is your anger become less? You see calmness. You have compassion building up. There's so many things that happen in us. Do we miss the Master? How much do we do it? How much is our love, feeling for others than for the Master growing? All these are signs of inner progress, even if we don't visually see it.